What up, though, everybody? Thank you for listening to another episode of the Three Raw Podcast. This is CJ,
It's your man's Rob.
Your boy Jimmy.
and we got a special guest here. He is the co-host of What Are You Doing radio show, and this is my uncle Beanie Tate. What's going on, baby?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Hey,
I see you doing the podcast thing. How's it going?
Man, it's going good. I can't complain. Everything is wonderful. Lord, the viewership is good. Listenership is good. Great topics. You know, it's a good thing.
Man, I've been listening to a few of these episodes. I wasn't able to get a chance to listen to all of them, but it's very interesting. And I see your game going. You have improved a lot since your first episode to now, man. It really is.
I'm not shaking in the chair no more, man. I got a lot more comfortable, being behind the mic. It's one thing being on the other side of the mic to being on this side. Now I've gotten a little better.
That's good, man. So how do you do to maybe improve your, I won't say improve, but what influenced you to be into podcasting or do radio in particular?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of topics out there and a lot of people saying a lot of things. And, the whole gist of my show called What Are You Doing is basically to talk to people that are doing things to help somebody, to improve the community, to improve themselves. You know how everybody always know the problem. The kids need to pull their pants up. The parents need to do this.
Right.
The government need to do this. And when you had that conversation with somebody and they telling you all of what everybody needs to do, you know how you shut them up? You just ask them, so what are you doing?
Right, what are you doing?
What are you doing to impact the community? What are you doing
Right,
to make
what
a difference?
are you doing? And that's when it all
they giving
shut
their
up.
opinion.
Because you ain't
Right.
doing that. Right. You know all the problems, but you ain't doing jack. So,
Right.
and that was the whole concept behind my show, man. Is, I want to bring people that's doing some things. So for those that know all the problems and not doing anything, if you want something to do, listen to my show. I bring people that's doing things, and you can always come in and help them, volunteer. And it might even spark an idea or spark a little fire under you
Right.
to do something.
I feel you, man. I love it, man. Please listen to his show every Monday at what time?
Every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on ventradio.net, YouTube, Facebook Live, TuneIn app,
All that, the whole nine, baby.
all that.
So this is our first podcast in the New Year's. I don't really believe in New Year resolutions or anything,
Okay.
but basically, I just got a new house.
Amen.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Hey.
brother.
Well, you're a grown
that
man
was-
now.
Oh yeah. I've been trying to get a house for a very long time.
Yes, sir.
I've been patient with myself. I get tired of renting these homes. I'm like, you know what? I gotta do something different. 2019.
Yeah, man.
I gotta get a house.
Ain't
Man.
it so amazing?
It's a blessing.
What you pay for a mortgage and insurance is less than what you pay for rent.
Man, what?
And people
Tell
don't even
me
realize
about
that they want to keep renting and don't know you $300-400 less than what a rent would be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I was getting my credits together, man. The whole 2018, it was a struggle, but I'm here.
But you better for it.
Amen.
Oh yeah, I had to, man, because me and my wife, we was talking about, for years, we gotta get a house. Especially we got a little girl now,
Yeah.
and we want her to walk around the yard. We don't want her to walk around in the apartment driveway in the parking lot. So
Running up and down the hallways of the apartment building.
right.
that's good. You put that goal into the universe and you did it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bottom line, if you ain't ready to sacrifice for yourself, you're not ready to make anything happen in your life.
Hell no, man. So that's what I'm doing, man. So, how about you guys, man?
Well, today, my grandmother had a little procedure done. She had some minor surgery. She had to get a pacemaker put in. Everything went well. She's recovering. So,
Amen.
shout out to my grandma. I love you.
Wish her nothing but the best,
I'll be there
man.
to see you tomorrow again.
Blessings.
Yes, sir. How about you guys? Brandon, Benny?
Man, you know what? I'm thanking God that I made it to another year. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Shout out to
Hey!
Birthday!
Should be 3, right?
So I am 3.
That's what's up, brother.
It's a blessing because before Zariah, me and my wife, we had a miscarriage. And it hit us a little bit. And I believe the reason that we were able to get through it the way we were able to get through it was because of the roots that I was rooted in God. And so everybody was sad and feeling some type of way. And of course we were, but I had to pick myself up and remember that, you know, he holds the cards. And
Yes, sir.
my son sat in the middle of the floor, you know, a couple weeks after the fact, he said we have a baby.
Exposed. Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
You saying, what is you afraid of?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something telling me you afraid of something because what people know about you.
Right.
And that's where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm coming from. You won't say nothing about this person because you don't want them to out you. And like you said, back in the day, it was a serious situation where you kept your mouth shut because paparazzi was all that we had. And if they had even an inkling that you had something to do with something, they was on you.
Right.
And you weren't
On your
there was
head.
no let up. There was no let up. It didn't even matter if it was important enough to even watch on television. But for the time being that it was on there, they was on you. If you were the janitor that happened to skip past the room when Bill Clinton was going through what he was going through with Shorty, we on you. Like, they're on you. They want every nick and cranny of information that they can gain. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. In closed doors, you know, we can say all we want to. But like you said, what are you doing? Why is it that these parents did not make a move until it got too much? So what's too much as a parent for you to be able to stomach with your flesh and blood?
I would gather all the parents and see what they know about this. Like, they need to talk too. Like you said earlier, they need
They
to
don't
talk
just
too.
need to
I
talk.
mean,
They
I
need
just
to be
feel
held
like-
responsible.
I mean,
And how much do they know?
Dude,
How much knowledge
that's
do
the
they
whole
have?
thing. Held responsible.
They need to be held responsible.
All of them should be held responsible. Not just Robert, but the assistants that made the flight arrangements for these minors. Since Robert couldn't read and write,
Yeah.
Right.
the stage hands that stood off to the side and told baby girl, hold on, he'll be off stage in a minute. The ones that came in the dressing room to tidy up while he was on stage, while the girl was just sitting there.
The ones
The
bringing
one,
them food.
the bus
that.
driver that drove the bus while the girl was just sitting there on the
Or having
bus
sex with
waiting
Leah.
for him to come in, tap him, and go back on stage.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of people that need to be held responsible. And I mean, criminally responsible if some charges are going to be brought up.
Those that knew what it would take to get that man to do anything for them musically, and they did it so that way it could happen.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody, because there were a lot of those who told him F off. Like, you gonna be messed up, F off. And if it wasn't for the fact that they knew that part, it was just the attitude, because like we said, there was a difference between R. Kelly and Robert. There was an attitude that went with the mindset that he had when he was doing that stuff, and it went into his performance and how he spoke to other artists, and certain artists let him know, I don't give a damn your title, none of that. We don't have to do any business. I don't need to know none of the stuff that you've done, but the way that you acting right now, that's cool. And then to find out what did happen later on, for those artists who was like F off, they probably like,
I knew it.
glad I did it.
I knew it all along. That's why
Because if I didn't
I
know,
knew something wasn't
if
right
I
about
did-
his ass.
Right, that alone, I knew something was off about you for you to be able to even have the attitude that you're having right now. So that's where I'm at with it. All the stuff that's going on, R. Kelly and the Me Too movement, all that stuff. Everybody needs to be held responsible in some type of manner. You should not be able to just sit there, say what you got to say,
Right.
and not be looked at as,
And see, that's what I was saying. It's funny because a lot of these industry people, these artists, producers, engineers, or whomever, I mean, stop the hypocritical things. Like Dame Dash, for example. I know you guys probably been seeing it all over the internet. He was on, was it Nick Cannon's Cannon class or something like that? I can't remember what it's called.
yeah.
And he was basically saying how they knew it then. Well, he knew it then, but he didn't have nothing to do with none of that R. Kelly fiasco that was going on.
But you
with
knew
Robert
it, so
Kelly.
you did have something to do with it.
But then again, exactly. But then again,
You
he
condoned
like,
it just by your silence.
exactly. But then, not since it's popular, now all of a sudden, it's just like the motives. It's like everybody got some type of motive in this situation. Meanwhile, there's a lot of victims. There's a lot of actual women that's hurt.
So do
and
you
parents
say-
that's hurt.
do you say something if you got an inkling, or do you say something? if
Man, you
know?
say something right then and there.
You got to.
Dame was completely
If
silent.
you got an inkling of somebody doing something wrong, yeah.
I
you
mean,
speak
let's
on it.
call a spade a
And-
spade. He
Right.
tried to
and
make
let
it
him
seem
defend
like,
defend it.
He tried to make it seem like that was one of the main issues why Rockefeller went south over the last 14 years since.
Whoa,
Yeah, you didn't watch it? Oh, y'all didn't watch?
Nah, I ain't watched that part.
Oh, okay, yeah, watch it. He throwing in, like hints, like this is why, you know what I'm saying, the label went south. But what I'm saying is this. Oh, no, hold on. What I'm saying is this: over the last 14 years, the whole ideology was Leo Corlin and culture vultures, and they got in Jay's head, and we would still be cool and still be doing business if it was for Def Jam, if it wasn't for This Is Act, and this, that, and the third. Now, all of a sudden, since the R. Kelly thing is popular, R. Kelly played a reason to why Rockefeller went downhill. Meanwhile, you part CEO with Jay-Z and Biggs. R. Kelly and Jay-Z have how many songs together? They got a song called Not Guilty. During the era. Jigga, Kelly, Not Guilty. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got two
forgot about
albums
that.
together.
Yep.
Fiasco remix. You in the video.
But Jay-Z ain't said nothing.
Jay-Z ain't been saying nothing. And 9 times out of 10, you won't even hear anything from Jay-Z.
Why not?
Exactly.
He just
that's
guilty as R.
that's
Kelly.
another.
He just
is
as
he
guilty as R. Kelly.
scared, or was he complicit?
I think it was because.
I mean, because understand,
I think it's complicit. I think it's more.
I think it's more complicit.
it's only
more
it's
complicit.
only snitching if we was doing something together
Uh-huh.
and I tell on us. It's snitching. But if I see you doing something wrong and I tell, it ain't snitching.
It's just like, man, what's the price of your soul? Because maybe it was more like, dang, he doing this messed up stuff, but we making so much money together.
Right.
I'm not saying that's his mindset, but you got to start questioning certain things.
If you stop messing with that person and you don't say nothing, what if that was the approach?
Well, Nas did the same thing. Remember, I don't know if y'all saw that. Also, they brought back up that old interview he had when he was calling out Jay-Z and them, still dealing with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like, man, R. Kelly is a pedophile. And he's still, and we all know this.
Yep.
Nas like, man, as soon
know
as
it
I
now.
found that out, I left him. I ain't had a song with him since.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, meanwhile, after the sex tape, after all that, went back on tour with the man.
But like he said, like he said at the time, it was a situation of being innocent till proven guilty. So what exactly was known? And
The
what
one
exactly
thing that was
wasn't
known was he married Aaliyah.
That part, absolutely, everybody knew that.
Right.
Everybody
But-
knew that. But like we just said,
There's no charges or no legal accusations
Yeah,
came
right
against
there.
him about it.
and then
Right.
then we're also listening from the standpoint of it wasn't a situation where R. Kelly just made all this stuff happen for them to get married. We just said it. Aaliyah did all this
True,
stuff
but
in order
Aaliyah-
for them to
Hey,
get married.
hold
I
on.
didn't say that.
Hold on.
Right.
I'm wondering how the hell did a 14-year-old
I'm just questioning how. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it was all.
R. Kelly did that. R.
I'm
Kelly
not saying he
or
was,
his,
but I'm just
She
saying
went
he
behind
wasn't
his
by-
back.
I'm just saying he
And
wasn't
had
by
his
himself.
assistant
It had-
What I'm
I'm
basically
saying he wasn't by himself.
What
when
I'm
it happened.
basically saying
Right,
in
right,
this
right,
situation is just like when I just called out Tank earlier. In this situation, now don't. If you was quiet then, be quiet now. If you was cool with it then, what didn't change now? That's all. It's the same evidence. The only thing that we know that's new is he also abused women physically. He also, from what I'm hearing from what a lot of these young ladies are saying, he smacked them, he choked them, he just this, that, and the third. I'm not saying he did. Knowing his history, he probably did. You see what I'm saying? But that's still his word versus her word. But if we talking about, oh, I got daughters now, and oh man, rape culture and blah blah blah. Whoa, hold on.
That should have been that.
5 whole days ago, you wanted to do a whole tour with this man. You knew all this, man. You a fully grown man. This ain't even like you a teenager or something. You was active during this time. You see what I'm saying? Y'all all was in y'all primes and stuff like that in 2005, 2004. Man, you was an active member of the industry then, bro. You knew this.
And that's like it's like you said, that's the hypocrisy of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You-
Everybody want to
like
hop
you
on the
said,
wave.
you
Everybody want to
just
hop on the
didn't find
wave.
out it wasn't like the Wizard of Oz, the curtain just popped open.
I'ma say this,
Oh,
though.
you saw behind the curtain way before now.
You're right.
I'm gonna say this, and I need you to tell me if I'm wrong, CJ. It's still kind of levels a little bit.
Okay. What
For
is it?
example, B2K for years been trying to come back out. The fans been demanding it. They couldn't get along for some whatever reason. I'm not a big B2K fan, clearly, but you know what I mean.
I'm sorry.
Clearly, I'm sorry, man. I'm not bumping Little Fizz. I'm sorry. You know what I mean. But they finally get back together. But they two biggest songs is Bump 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 and Girlfriend, wrote and produced by R. Kelly. A lot of the public didn't know that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Omarion decides to go on his Instagram, I believe, or maybe his Twitter, and say that he's not performing these songs no more after this concert. And the only reason why they're basically doing this concert because it's already signed on.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My question is this, CJ, to you. For a group or any artist whose only songs were songs that was written or produced by R. Kelly and the public probably don't have no clue, should they even say anything and just continue to try to live? Or do they, because right now it's trendy again, hop on the bandwagon and say, I didn't have a problem with him last week, but I'm also now.
I'm also now.
You see what I'm saying? What's your opinion?
I mean, like I said, like this generation right now, we living in right now. I mean, everybody want to jump the wave. Everybody want to be want to jump on the bandwagon, and I mean, like Omarion said, it's too late. He got to do the song now since it's.
I mean, as far as this tour, you see what I'm saying? But
Right.
after this tour,
I won't even do it. Shit, if I'm Mario, I won't even do this shit.
what about y'all? I want to get everybody's opinion. Because it's think about it. It's not like they got other bigger songs.
I want to do it. I'm sorry, I want to do it.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, bottom line, if they don't do it, the tour ain't gonna be a damn.
Exactly.
Ticket sales ain't gonna work.
Exactly.
The tour is gonna be cut short.
Because that's literally they two biggest
if you
songs.
don't do those
Right.
two songs, I mean, it's like Nelly trying to go out and not do
Country Grammar.
Country Grammar
Right.
or Air Force Ones or something. You know?
Right.
You got to do those two his songs. I mean, even if you come out with a new album,
That's what I say. It's on the contract. He had to
And
do those
then
songs.
with
You know?
B2K, what they, for instance, example is they was only around for about 3 years.
Right.
They didn't get a chance to generate multiple hits and stuff like that. That was their only two biggest hits. They had other songs, but hits is those two.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So
I mean, you can't.
you see how it is though, B.
You can't forget about Gossipy though.
I don't know if that should matter.
Come on, CJ.
I don't know if that should matter. And the reason I'm saying that is because Nick Cannon is famous and rich for a lot of other things besides his music career that everybody says didn't do a doggone thing. But one of the biggest songs that he had
Was with R. Kelly.
Was with R. Kelly, Gigolo. And, are we not, you know what I'm saying? Is he not going to...
But Nick Cannon don't have to ever again rap
No,
a day
he
in his
don't.
life.
But if he did, and if that was one of the songs that was definitely requested,
Like, I
it's-
see what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying?
Brandon,
Like,
but-
it's just I don't know, due to the fact because, like,
I mean, it's still it's levels though.
that's why but the level of
about
it
how-
is that he wrote a song.
I know, but think about what you just said. Look how big B2K was as a group. And that's literally their only two biggest songs. They was only out for like 2 years.
Which is
Nick
their
Cannon
fault.
is bigger for a while and out. So even if he was to go on a tour, it would never be as huge as this is, anticipated to be.
I don't know because what R. Kelly did for the game versus all the crap that he did wrong.
True.
How are we supposed to like? We gotta separate it. We have no choice.
It's a touchy situation.
It really
It is touchy as
because there
hell.
are a lot of
It
artists
is touchy as
who
hell.
were
I see.
extremely influenced and
touchy.
inspired by this man. So I can't say that because it's like that's just like if I'm on the side of the road, I've never learned how to change the tire. And a murderer pulled over and he taught me how to change the tire. He just didn't murder me, and then he went on and murdered somebody else. Do I not change my tire anymore?
Oh man, bro.
That's a whole different.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
I see what you was trying to get at.
no, you don't change your tire no more.
That was way extreme, bro.
You call roadside and CJ the rest of your life.
Come on, y'all.
You
Come
gotta,
on.
you gotta went way left.
All
there, bro.
I'm
You gotta went to New
saying-
York with that
all
one,
I'm
bro.
sa- all I'm saying is
That was comical, bro.
All I'm
Oh,
saying,
my
all I'm
God.
saying is that
I need that now.
but for
I
real,
mean,
but
like
for
with
real,
B2K, I
how
mean, I'm
do we
just saying,
not
like,
separate this music from what this man did?
Anticipation and with certain artists. some artists can delete their R. Kelly songs.
Okay.
B2K.
Yeah.
That's because they got other songs to live on.
Exactly. And then on top of that, we just said how successful Nick Cannon is. B2K hasn't had really no success outside of B2K. Omarion had mild success as an artist, but the group, they had to go into regular lives again.
That was their fault.
You see what I'm saying? They didn't have it. Some people just honestly don't have it. That it. You see
That
what I'm
it
saying?
factor,
They got
yeah.
it as
Their fault.
a collective.
That was their fault that they didn't last as long as they lasted. I just want to make that clear.
I mean, you know.
I mean, boy band.
wouldn't
I
say
mean,
that.
band groups don't last that long unless you the
Exactly, you
Beatles
know.
or some shit.
They didn't last.
Boys the Man lasted.
NSYNC?
We talk about the 2000s, man. We ain't talking about no 90s.
What Boys to Men made it into the 2000s.
I mean,
I
but-
tell you, the
We
group
talking
that
about
made
our
the
age,
2000s
NSYNC.
in our age.
Nah,
Jagged
NC,
Edge.
No, no.
NC broke up.
112.
You gotta listen to what I'm saying, bro. You gotta listen to what I'm saying.
You gotta
I
listen
said
to what he's
2000s. The band who made it in 2000s and beyond.
Okay.
I mean, Migos don't count, but still, like,
You know. But also, them bands you was just
B2K.
naming, they broke up, though. They had their separations for a minute.
For the separation is separation. So
They broke up now. 112, you know, for whatever.
I mean,
reason.
Jagged Edge was broke up after.
They actually back together. They did make an album 2 years ago.
They did. They made an album.
Because when they
It
just
was
said
okay.
they just
No,
broke
they
up
made
again
album-
on the
No, they
Instagram.
made an album.
They probably just broke up now, but they
This
did
is
make
what-
an album.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get into a room with 5 different personalities. Sometimes it's going to be one person's not
Yeah,
clicking
clash.
with.
Oh, not
with
sometimes, a whole
Prime
lot of
example.
You know what I mean?
Prime example. New Edition. You know, Bobby Brown had like
They
a different.
broke up. You know, they broke up now.
Right now, they beefing just over the name.
over the name. Hey, but it's true. You see what I'm saying?
That is.
Then they break up because the gas tank low. You ain't feel the gas. That's it. I'm done.
But I was just saying with the B2K situation
Yeah,
because
for real.
it's anticipation.
Yeah.
They was huge for about 2 years.
They gotta
and went
sing the
away.
songs, bro.
They gotta like.
They
what
gotta
else can
sing the
they do?
songs.
So I got a question then. You had brought up O.J. Simpson, or somebody brought up O.J.
I did,
Simpson,
bro.
what he
I brought
did,
up
right?
Say Simpson. Yeah.
So because of what he did and how he continuously kept doing it, the thing that
Doing
he
what?
was-
Doing what?
I'm just saying, like continuously kept doing crimes and just.
What crime? Oh, robbery. That robbery
Just
in
keep
Las
on-
Vegas.
just-
I say he only went to jail for one
I'm just
crime.
saying he just kept on doing stupid stuff. My question is
That was
that
actually the only stupid shit he did.
I'm just saying though, like the legacy that you started with,
Other than killing his wife, but
the
He
legacy.
didn't do that.
I'm just saying the
he
legacy
did do
that
that.
you, the
But
legacy that you started with,
I'll
The
fucking-
glove didn't
it
fit.
can die. It can.
All right, Johnny
Can
Cochran.
it die down? Can your legacy die down due to the fact because of all the crap that you did and nobody just gradually doesn't want anything else to do with you?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Will
yeah.
Bill Cosby's legacy die down?
Oh shit! I mean, I still watch the Cosby Show.
I
but-
still watch the Cosby Show, A Different World, and if the Cosby Kids come on, Fat Albert come on, I'll sit and watch
See,
it for a little bit.
This is why I feel like the R. Kelly situation might be the most sensitive of all time.
But you gotta think about it. It came out 2019.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm just saying.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
With Bill Cosby's situation, a lot of people are still cheering for him, even though he was found.
Guilty.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And currently in
Incarcerated.
jail. Exactly. A lot,
Yeah.
like the bulk is actually rooting still for Bill Cosby. You see what I'm saying? A lot of
Yep.
people feel like it wasn't true. A lot of people feel like these women was lying. Regardless of how we feel, a lot of people still do. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
R. Kelly currently right now is the bulk is not going along with what's going on.
The part of what was helping Bill Cosby though is his philanthropic endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of things for philanthropically and for civil rights. R. Kelly ain't been known for
Exactly.
jack other than
Outside of sex,
Making some
music,
music.
and you know,
Exactly.
and the controversies. You see what I'm
I
saying?
mean, have you heard him put any kids through college? You heard him at the high schools.
oh,
He put
yes.
nobody in college.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh
Graduate.
shit!
Let me shut up.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you got the commando gun. Ain't no bullets being
shit.
wasted. Woo!
I mean, and that's why I say, they still feeling Bill Cosby and pushing for Bill Cosby, along with the fact that the accusations
You know
were so
what?
far away.
You have a
So a lot of people,
That was valid as
Yeah.
hell. That was
And
a
hold on.
And
valid
with this
ass
R. Kelly
point.
situation, the buck is not on his side. Even though we see a lot of people still is, the buck so far within the community is not on his side.
Right.
We still see a lot of proof. The sex tape, ain't no sex tape with Bill Cosby. Ain't no. Well, Bill Cosby married this person he raped. We see it with Aaliyah. We see the sex code. Like, it's continuing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like just one or two things and we just constantly on him for that one situation. It's multiple.
There's multiple accusations out there against
him. You know
him,
what I'm saying?
which hurts his cause. It does. It hurts his cause and his image, whatever his cause may be.
He going to jail, but not jail, but his. I think
How do you
they gonna
do
crash.
that?
They gonna crash down R. Kelly by 2020. I give by 2020.
Do y'all think he's going? Do y'all really think that he's gonna be put in a position not to pay for his crimes? Because I'm not saying that he shouldn't. Let me make that perfectly clear.
The reason why he didn't pay for his crimes all them years ago is because from what we seen, even though we don't have no proof, but what we know, basically he paid off the family. Sparkle to this day, first and foremost, it was her cousin. See what I'm saying?
Still swears by that.
Still swears by this. And then say, I stopped talking to my family for over 14 years.
No, they stopped talking to her.
Oh, yeah, same thing. You know,
No, it ain't the same
well,
thing.
yeah, true. But she didn't have no communication with her family for over 14 years because, quote unquote, they got paid. And she wanted justice, but he paid them off. So it goes back into this weird, sick mindset that a lot of these parents have.
Yeah.
To where, damn, man, you can have sex with my daughter. You give me a certain amount, and I can continue to be your bass player. Like this girl, the girl father in the tape is still R. Kelly's bass player.
That's my point.
That's
my
crazy.
point. That is my
I ain't watched
point.
the whole series, so I don't
Now,
know.
if they
So
can-
I ain't see that part.
That is
If they
my
can get
point.
somebody, for instance, from one of these cults or something like that, who was, not of age, and said she had sex with him on camera or something like that, and she can actually go through it and testify without being bought, then they can bring them down.
How about this elephant in the room? If there was white girls, would have made a difference by now.
Oh! I gotta bring out the album of Fudd right quick.
Would it have made a difference right now? I mean, we just talking about how he's affecting black girls.
It would've got
The
double
music
faster.
execs,
Oh, he
the
been
record
in jail.
producers haven't
jail.
gave it down.
He would have been
Law
locked up
enforcement
and
haven't
thrown
really
away
looked
in
into
a
it until
key.
now.
The only crazy thing is that
They got Bill Cosby
we
ass because
would
of
be
that.
talking about whether or not if he had the right trial. If he had been
Right,
put
right,
through all the
and
right
then
steps.
that'll be the other
So then we
question.
would be
If it
put in
was
a
a white
position
girl
where we would
and
have
they went
to
after
defend
him,
him because
would
he
we
was
be
black.
sitting there
Brandon, you
defending?
saying what? I couldn't hear you.
I'm saying that's the other question. If it was some white girls involved and they went after him legally, would we be talking the other side of the conversation? Like, nah, they trying to do him wrong. They trying to ramrod him.
Like how we doing
Depending
Bill
on-
Cosby?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. People, you're
Think
right.
about it.
That's a good
Think
question.
about-
that
you gotta
needs
think
to
about
be
too.
asked.
That's messed up.
That's a good saying because
That's
they were
messed
saying
up.
I was annoying this part because there was black girls.
That's not right
That's not right at all.
at all.
And
That's-
that's the sad thing of it all. We minimize our own people's lives, the own value of our own women.
Right.
And looking
Speaking
at
of
that
women,
for
on
years.
another flip side today,
Uh-oh.
the bulk of his supporters has been black women.
You see it all on Facebook. You see it
Oh,
all on
prime
Twitter.
example. Oh, man.
Go ahead,
hold
go ahead.
on.
I wanna hear this.
Prime example.
I wanna hear
dog.
this.
Hold on. Your man's Terry Crews. Oh, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. Damon from Friday After
Lucky
Next.
Charms.
What's his name? Terry Crews?
Terry Crews.
Yeah,
Terry Crews,
your
yeah.
man's
Clint. Shout
got
out to Clint.
molested, right?
Debo.
And he just
No, it
came
ain't
out.
Debo.
No. You talk about
He
Tanya
ain't-
Lester.
He just came out with an article saying basically the only people who was supporting him through his time of need was black women. The black male community turned their backs on him. Keep in mind, he's 6 foot, how, whatever,
6'5".
280 pounds, 80% muscle.
Solid man.
Solid former football player from the NFL.
I mean, he did get touched by Weinstein.
So how can, well, I mean, but I'm just saying as far as the mindset of our sisters.
I mean, I'm being real. Y'all laughing at shit, but I'm being real.
It's
Hey,
true.
hold on, let me say this, but I want to
Go ahead, brother.
CJ. The mindset of our sisters got to stop. Y'all supporting
Mindset of our people got to stop.
period, but in this situation, the defending people who do y'all wrong, you know, like for instance, the Joy Road Key situation, the Chris Brown when he jumped on Rihanna, continue every time we see it. You know what I'm saying? And now, once again, R. Kelly. Like, come on. Y'all supporting Terry Crews? But can't see how
But
these
you know,
sisters
black
was
people,
raped.
don't, black women don't
or
support each other
abused
any
or-
damn way.
Well, we gotta stop that.
You
Look,
know what?
You know,
My coworker, shout out to her. I ain't gonna say her name, whatever, but she made up a valid point. It's this girl who came in this morning. She was a vendor, and the girl asked her who's the manager. I'm gonna say her name. The girl, my coworker was like, I am the manager. I'm like, no, I want to talk to the guy I was talking to earlier when she was talking to me, referring to me. She's saying with the same attitude. And my coworker, she got angry about it, which I can understand it. I could understand it why it was a reason why she got mad. And she was like, you know what, black women, we get a lot of flack. We don't support each other. We get mad at each other for no damn reason. So I'm like, damn, you're right. And that one episode when my girl was here, and we was talking about like how, you know, black women don't support each other. And, you know, we gotta uplift our queens. And they not doing that, man.
And you know what? Like I said, black women don't support each other. But what do we as black men need to do? I mean, no one's going to help these parents check out their kid in this studio that the police can't get into. But you in Chicago, Bloods, Crips, all those up in there.
Vice
Vice
Lords,
Lords.
GDs.
Ain't none of them want to come over there and mess with R. Kelly and knock on the door, kick on the door. I mean, because if it was me and my child was in there, dude, I've been uncalled and made a police report, fire. I've been shot up in the windows. Somebody from inside be calling outside talking about, it's somebody outside shooting. Police got to come. You got to open the door for them now. You got to let them in. The building's on fire. Y'all got to let them in.
There's levels.
They would have opened the damn doors for me.
You got to think
I
about
would have
it.
figured out a way to open the damn door. Bang, I'm going to shoot bust some cats up in this bitch, and then I'm out.
The mindset of a
Don't tell me it was me.
parent who actually care about their child.
I go up to the school on a continuous basis for my son, and the biggest thing that I try to make sure that I put myself in a position to make sure I listen to everybody, but I make it known that when I walk in there, do understand if anything as far as all you educators and whatnot don't sound right to me, y'all getting checked. Like we've been saying, everybody has a role and is responsible. And for us to just sit here and just say, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, and nobody else, you ain't no better. Period. And, you know, you had, like you said about the manager situation, when you and me were working together, we went through that all the time. People used to come in, excuse me, can I speak to the manager? You're looking at two of them. And they would want to see Mike.
Right.
And it was like our badge was not enough. I had a situation where the alarm was going off at the store. Mike calls me. He's all the way in Livonia. I'm all the way down in Detroit. I'm literally
You get
around
there
the corner
quicker.
from the store. He says, can you go and see what's going on? The police roll up, and I roll my window down. First thing come out of my mouth is, excuse me. Yeah, what are you doing here? What are you waiting on? I'm sorry. You said you needed to get into the store. I'm the manager. Oh, it's got to switch up. It really does.
Well, sure, you know, we running a little low.
We are.
In closing thoughts, CJ, what's your opinion?
R. Kelly, you my boy. I wouldn't say you my boy, but R. Kelly, you gotta get your shit together. Go to some type of psychiatrist or some type of counseling or something, because this shit gotta stop, bro. It's 2019, so you gotta speak up. That's all I gotta say.
If you're going to be man enough to be the genius that you are, be man enough to be the predator that you've been, and do what you're supposed to do and take responsibility for what you've done.
Benny.
All of the people in this camp, they need to step up and speak out. It's all our responsibility to take care of each other. Don't just take care of your own and leave the rest in the lurch.
Facts.
Everybody who was involved, accountability. Take it.
Somewhere, somehow.
Yes.
Excuse me, somehow.
And you know, this is the end of our podcast. Thank you for coming, my Uncle Benny. Thank you for coming, man.
Benny?
And you know what? Shout out for the heavens above to Aaliyah. Today is her birthday.
Rest in peace, love.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Thank you for listening to us. and this is 3 Raw.